Yo, what is up my friends? In this video I will be explaining what cooldown is and how it works. This is arguably the most important concept to understand when using iPogo. If you don't abide by the guidelines that I go over in this video, you run the risk of receiving a ban on your account, so pay attention. In order to explain cooldown, I'm going to trigger it myself so that you can see all of the moving parts. So we're going to start by capturing this windup. Man, this thing does not want to go down. Alright, there we go. So now that we've triggered cooldown, we go to our journal in the iPogo drop down menu, and on the right side is what you will see. The left side is a list of instructions basically that I'll leave on screen so that you guys can review that at any point. Alright, so now you'll see that I've set up my feeds to only show stuff within a 10-kilometer distance because that is a lower cooldown requirement. So this is the closest one and it's only 2 minutes away. Now let's pretend that we need this Froakie specifically. So we'll teleport to it and wait for everything to load up. Here it is, cool. So we'll click on it, and this screen that you see right here on the phone is called the capture screen. This is where you will hold any Pokemon that you want to capture when you're on cooldown so that it doesn't despawn. So this one specifically, we'd have to sit in this capture screen for 2 minutes before we could capture it. Quick side note that iPogo just dropped a new Team Rocket one-tap feature. So you have to be a VIP Patreon in order to get access to the feature, but it's right here. It's just this cool little toggle, and what it does is it just skips any battle with any Team Rocket member. I'll have a separate video going over this feature as well, but I just wanted to mention it because when you're teleporting, you can battle all of the grunts as long as you don't capture the shadow Pokemon that they have, and it won't trigger cooldown. So battling doesn't trigger cooldown, but capturing the shadow Pokemon does. So while you're teleporting around, you can just fight all of the Team Rocket members without triggering cooldown and raising that medal, because I know that that is a upcoming rank 40 plus requirement. So just wanted to mention it. Anyways, getting back on track here, let's pretend that we are going to teleport somewhere super far away, which would mean that we have the maximum cooldown period. On the bottom left chart, you can see that different distances require different cooldown periods, but the maximum time will be this 120 minutes, which is 2 hours. I want to point out that even if you don't actually capture the Pokemon when it's on the screen, if you accidentally drop a ball, like if your finger just slips and you didn't actually throw the ball but it just drops one anyways, that will trigger the cooldown, so make sure you don't have butterfingers. Biggest question will be probably what actually happens if you trigger a cooldown accidentally. Well, all it means is that you will reset your timer, whatever it is, from that location that you triggered cooldown at. So let's say that you accidentally triggered cooldown somewhere in Japan, but you live in America, then you'll have to wait 2 hours before you can teleport back to wherever you are in America and keep catching. I hope this was helpful. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.